Srishti, in the developer's mind, he is the busiest person because he has so many things to handle. Do you think, despite being so busy, they can really take out time to do this LinkedIn as a personal branding strategy?
If they think of it as a task, then it will become very difficult for them.
Showcasing the personal side of the founder, they are not able to relate with that. What's your take on it?
How much time did they take to sell that inventory?
What have been your top 3 learnings from that?
You need to stay very consistent in that journey. And
Content eventually builds maximum amount of trust for a developer on LinkedIn.
the best kind of content is
Welcome, Srishti. 70,000 followers on LinkedIn. How did you do that?
it just, I wouldn't say it just happened overnight.
Okay.
Of course, I did a lot of hard work, lot of research, and I practiced a lot of consistency in this entire journey, which is actually the number one thing that you need to keep in mind when you start this journey on LinkedIn. So I just practiced all these 3 things, and that is precisely why today I have 70,000 followers.
Awesome. So tell me one thing, personal branding for real estate developer.
Yeah.
Is it really important?
Definitely, 100%. Just imagine you are going to take the most important decision of your life. You are going to purchase your dream house with your family. You need to know about the project. Most importantly, you need to also know who's the person behind the project, because you can't just spend crores into a project without knowing the whole background. How do you know the whole background? You do the research on the project, the sites, everything, and of course on the developer also. So what's the period of time that they take to deliver the flats? What's the quality of the materials that they use? All these decisions actually lead up to, the final decision that the buyer takes. So since it's the most important decision of a person's life, that is why they need to trust the person, which is why the developer needs to become the face of that whole project. And that is precisely where personal branding comes in. Because trust me, a lot of people are sitting on it. Since this is the most emotional and important decision that a buyer takes in their personal life, they need to know everything about the developer. That is why developers need to come out. They need to build that trust in the market. That ठीक है, ये हमारा project है. This is the time that we took in delivering it. These are the number of people who have trusted us in this journey over the years, and this is the quality we are providing you with. Now, what most developers also do is that they don't show themselves during handovers, या उनको लगता है कि हम अपनी टीम को दे देते हैं करने के लिए. That kind of personal connection needs to be built, and that personal connection is built when you show up online often. When people see your story through your words via videos or any LinkedIn content, उनको ज़्यादा आप पे trust होगा. Right? Imagine there are 2 developers, developer A and developer B. एक developer has no social media presence at all. ठीक है? Okay, there must be some very good testimonials over the years. उनका बहुत अच्छा नाम भी होगा. But developer B has testimonials, has results, and a social standing on social media. Of course, the younger generation, the young buyers, like everybody would be more interested in project B, like developer B, right? So that is why, it's a non-negotiable for developers, and every developer should start their personal branding journey.
So, Srishti, whenever I interact with developers,
Yeah.
they have a lot of misconception in context of, or whenever I interact with developer, they usually don't want to be the face of the brand. Why is it so? And what is your take on it?
So, since I've interacted with a lot of developers over the years, I've realized one thing, that they live with the mantra that let our work speak for ourselves. Right? They don't believe in them speaking their whole own journey, or them, showing that, okay, this is what we have done. Okay, the work will speak for itself. That's there. But you also need to come in the picture now. You also need to take some authority.
Okay.
Right? If there are 100 groups, right, and they are doing the same thing, how you will stand out is by actually owning your story. Right? So developers think that they will lose authority if they become more visible But that is actually the biggest myth in this industry. You will not lose authority. You will actually build more credibility.
Okay.
You will build more trust. You will gain more assurance from everybody that, okay, this is the person that we can easily trust in the market. Because this person has, shown us everything. They are so transparent. Now, transparency is a very big thing in real estate.
Absolutely.
Right? So the more transparent you are, the more visible you are, the more actively you show that you are there for your buyers. I mean, the buyers will obviously trust you. So, I mean, yeah, the work will be there. The work will speak for itself, but you also need to speak for yourself now.
So Srishti, as you said, you need to be there.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel after interacting with a lot of developers, they have a notion that if they will be visible for the smallest of the grievances, issues of their buyers, they will be approachable and they will have to answer them back.
Right.
That holds them back. What's your take on it?
Of course, they will seem approachable, but they'll look approachable from authority, right? They will have that authority, which is why they won't be involved in the trivial issues that the buyers will have. Yeah, so I mean, that's not true.
Okay. So that means what you are saying is that you must convey your message, must convey your entire story, your entire works, whatever you're doing. And at the same time, this is what you're saying, that you need not to have that kind of fear at the back of the mind. Is that what you mean?
Exactly. See, the whole process of this personal branding is to just tell your story. Nobody is going to like bother you or, make you hold accountable for the minutest of things that happen in the whole buying process. Your job is to just show up, become visible, gain trust, and then just carry on with whatever you are doing. It's that simple as that. Yeah.
But let's say, for example, if a developer who's not strong in, let's say, vocal, can that developer also go ahead with LinkedIn as a medium?
Absolutely. See, LinkedIn was first a text-based platform. It still is. Of course, videos are coming with Instagram, YouTube. They are there and people like videos. But there are some introverted developers or developers who are very new to this whole concept itself. And I think that is true for 90% developers, right?
Yes.
So they can just start with their journey on LinkedIn.
Okay.
They don't even have to write a long post. It could even be a small reflection from a site visit.
Yes.
Just few sentences.
Yes.
Right? Something they noticed during a handover that they wanted to reflect upon or just write about. So they can just create that into a post.
Correct.
Right? Or something from their journey that impacted them so much that has shaped their, whole career. Just 2 sentences from that. That is also fine.
Correct.
The whole idea is to show yourself.
Beautiful.
Right? I mean, you do not have to write a book.
Yes.
You do not have to show people that you are the most knowledgeable person also. You just have to show yourself. You just have to show the real you. Right? So, okay, if you're a camera shy person, it's okay. You can start videos after a year or you may even not start videos. That is also fine. Just stick to text-based content if that is your comfortable area. Grow with it. Because people still read, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So in the developer's mind, he is the busiest person.
Yeah.
Because he has so many things to handle. Do you think, despite being so busy, they can really take out time to do this LinkedIn as a personal branding strategy?
Of course. Because, see, if they think of it as a task, then it will become very difficult for them. It has to come very naturally to them also. Right? So, since they are taking meetings, right? They do it because they think that it's a non-negotiable for them.
Correct.
Right? So, if they think of it as a non-negotiable, as a 2-minute practice every day, let's say 10 minutes, if they are not very good at coming up with ideas, they can even seek assistance from other people, right?
Okay.
So, they could even make it a practice for an hour, for a month, just sort their content in 30 minutes.
For the whole month?
For the whole month.
Oh, wow.
For the whole month.
So 30 minutes is all a developer needs for sorting the content for the entire LinkedIn for their personal branding. Is that what you mean?
Exactly. You don't need more than 30 minutes for LinkedIn at all. Just sit with someone who understands you, anyone. Or maybe you can even do it on your own, right? Reflect upon whatever happened in the past month, any achievement or any upcoming event, right? Or a networking event that you recently attended. Create a post out of it, right? And just tag people, create multiple posts, schedule them in a go, and that's it.
It's that easy.
Yeah, there are so many scheduling tools. LinkedIn itself has a scheduling tool, inbuilt scheduling tool, right? All you need is just 60 minutes, write your content, schedule it with the inbuilt scheduling tool that LinkedIn has. The post will keep rolling and you will keep gaining authority even while you're sleeping. So it's that easy.
So, Srishti, many a times a developer feels that I have been able to sell my inventory without doing all this. And you are talking about being personally present, showcasing the personal side of the founder. They are not able to relate with that. What's your take on it?
How much time did they take to sell that inventory?
Okay.
Right. What if I tell you that once you build your personal brand, you will take half that time?
Okay. That's interesting.
Why? Because that credibility will be built 2x faster.
Mm-hmm.
The minute people Google you, the minute people Google your project, LinkedIn posts are the highest ranked, right? So anybody can just open that link, they can see the post, and like they'll trust you even more after that. So because the trust factor comes in with personal branding, the decision making becomes easier, right? So if a buyer is taking 1 year to purchase, then they will just take perhaps 4 months or 6 months. The inventory will be sold out in half the time in that case. Right?
Definitely.
So
definitely.
yeah, so if the builders think that okay, they have been able to sell whatever inventory they have, when they start this personal branding journey, they will take half the time or less than the time they used to take before.
Beautiful. So now when I talk about the home buyer's mindset,
Yeah.
is there any difference in the mindset also which you are observing because of which LinkedIn has become a need of the hour?
Definitely.
Okay. How come?
It definitely creates a difference. Let's go back to 2005. People did not have social media then. So when they used to take this decision of buying a property, they used to go to the site, they used to inspect, they used to ask questions about, everything, the material used, how much time will it take to deliver, etc., etc. Now today also they do those things. They go to the site, they ask the same questions. So if a developer is on social media, if a developer is sharing their journey, then that will definitely help the buyer more in taking that decision.
So Shishi, how do you think that LinkedIn directly elevates or boosts the developer's trust?
Point number 1, LinkedIn is still the most professional social media platform to exist, right? So like people spend time on Instagram. Professionals, a lot of professionals, they spend a lot of time on LinkedIn, right? So even if one professional comes across your post, they say this project, ongoing project or project that you have planned, they like it, right? Their whole network will get to know it because they will be notified that XYZ person liked this post or interacted with this post. So one person liking is 1,000 people knowing about that project, right? So it will only expand, it will only multiply. So I mean, definitely if a developer has a LinkedIn account, it is only going to benefit them.
So you are saying that it spreads like fire?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Sruchi, how do you think that having a strong presence on LinkedIn really helps the home buyer to simplify their research process?
I actually did this with one of my clients. What we did was we ran a series on LinkedIn where we simplified the whole home buying process.
Okay.
Right? So right from the beginning, research part, how buyers should look for the location, right? What are the other things that they should look for in a property, lifts, right? Schools, hospitals, all the other amenities. So when that project was sold, a lot of people actually came to him and they told them that, we read your posts. And since you simplified that whole process so easily for us, it became even easier for us to take that decision and go with you.
Awesome.
Right? So developers, they can simplify the whole home buying process also for buyers in this process.
Okay. So now when I talk about, since we are talking about trust,
Yeah.
so पहले ज़माने में अगर हम जाएं तो तब भी एक, अगर हम देखें तो पहले यही होता था कि एक व्यक्ति को अगर कोई चीज़ खरीदनी होती थी तो वो उसको फोन करके पूछता था क्या ये चीज़ ठीक है, क्या मैं इससे खरीद सकता हूँ, करेक्ट? सो आप ये बोल रहे हो कि लिंक्डइन के माध्यम से वो प्रोसेस तो डेफिनेटली अब भी होता है, बट अगर वो आपको लिंक्डइन पे चेक कर लेता है तो उसका जो ट्रस्ट है कहीं ना कहीं वो इंस्टेंटली बढ़ जाता है. दिस इज व्हाट यू मीन?
या पहले के जमाने में लोगों को ये भी नहीं पता था कि उनके पास कितने ऑप्शंस हैं.
करेक्ट.
राइट, बिकॉज a relative told them or a friend suggested this property.
Correct.
And they just used to blindly trust that person कि ठीक है, मतलब उन्होंने बोला है तो हम मान लेंगे,
ठीक ही होगा.
हाँ. अब क्योंकि गूगल है, इतना कुछ है, everybody is so curious कि ठीक है उन्होंने ये सजेस्ट करा बट मुझे अपनी भी रिसर्च करनी है. I also want to make sure कि ये बंदा ठीक है कि नहीं, if this developer is good or not, this property is good or not, right? So since the options are so many, questions are so many, so yes, people will wander here and there. In this scenario, if again you have a personal brand, it becomes easier for people to trust you.
So Srishti, if I ask you, what is the biggest misconception developers do have about LinkedIn?
That it requires a lot of time.
Okay.
And trust me, it does not. The process that I follow with my clients is that I basically just ask them for voice notes or just simple pointers in my chat. I ask them to treat my chat as their diary.
Okay.
Right? Just write about whatever reflections you recently had, or any interesting conversation you had, or any event you attended. That's it. They just need to update me about it, and the content will be ready. So developers think that they need to do everything on their own, that they'll have to sit with it, think about it. That's not true. You just need to communicate. You just need to write somewhere. They can even do it on their own. Right? Just keep a diary. If you're not a digital person, you like maintaining notes somewhere, just write a diary, keep pointers, with yourself, and that's it.
Oh, it's that easy.
It's that easy. It's not a rocket science, or that you need to sit with it, you need to spend a lot of time doing it. It's very simple. You just need to have that mindset that okay, now I'm ready to communicate my journey. I'm ready to make this home buying easy for people, or I'm ready to show myself to the market, and this journey will actually become very easy for them.
Awesome. So I remember when I was a couple of years back, when I saw Rizwan Sajan, who's the owner of Danube, when I saw his LinkedIn, I was truly impressed. Yeah. And when I kept on seeing that his post every single day coming again and again and again about his story, about how he started from a very small background, being in slums in Bombay, to now being one of the, let's say, prestigious developer in Middle East. It does make a difference. I feel when you see someone's story, it does make a difference. And when you see someone being present every single day, it does take the brand recall to the next level. So what's your insight on that?
100%. I mean, imagine you read someone someday, you get attached to their story, and then you wait for their posts every single day or every single week to see, okay, what is this person sharing this week? Because your words impacted them so much.
Okay.
Right? So if people get vulnerable, now vulnerability is not negative. Yes. A lot of people think that, won't people think that I'm sharing a sob story here? No, you're not sharing a sob story. It's your story. Correct. You're just owning it.
Correct.
Right? You're owning it and you are presenting it in front of people. Now, every story has something that people can learn from. Right? So you're just sharing your wisdom over the years.
Correct.
And that way, you are also attracting people who want to learn from your wisdom.
Yes, that's very deep.
Yeah. So let's say you shared something, I'm just saying an example, just giving an example here, something from your college days that made you follow this career, and then something happened that, motivated you even more. Now that becomes a journey, a story arc, and then people will be connected to that arc. And then they will know, okay, this developer is here today because of all the experiences that this person had.
Correct.
Right? So behind the brochure, behind all the collaterals, they'll be able to see the real person behind that project, which will link them on a very different dimension. And that will, in short, make it easier for them to take that decision. So vulnerability is not negative. And yes, when people share their stories consistently, again with strategy, then they do attract a good number of people.
Nice. So, being vulnerable
Yeah.
for a developer is something which truly creates a fear of judgment in their mind. How do you see this?
You have to block that fear of judgment.
Okay.
When you are on this path to build a brand, to gain more visibility, judgment will come. I won't sugarcoat it, and I won't say that, people won't judge you, or, sometimes you'll judge yourself.
Yes.
Right?
That's even more important.
Yeah.
That you are judging your own self.
Exactly. You will think thrice before hitting that post button.
Correct.
You have to stop thinking it, because nobody else is thinking that way.
Yes.
Right. Trust me, people are interested in knowing your journey. I was so fascinated with your story.
Yes.
Right. So I used to, write, whenever I used to write for other people, I used to chase them that, okay, what happened after that? Let's write about it. And they used to question, Srishti, is this even needed? And I used to tell them, yes, it's needed. 100%. You don't have to fear this thing that, people will judge me. Even if they think something for a minute, they'll just forget it.
Yes.
Trust me, they'll forget it.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I feel that in today's time, people really want to know about the real you. Why is that?
Because, with the whole social media thing, it has become very difficult to distinguish between real and fake.
Oh, yes.
Right? So, the more vulnerable you are, the more true you are to your story, to your audience, the more you connect. Right? So that is why it's very important to show the real self, to show your values, your beliefs, your journey, for more people to connect with you.
Have you seen a developer's connection increasing using LinkedIn with their home buyers?
100%. As I gave that example before, right? I worked with a developer, and in their project, we just simplified the whole home buying process. Now, when people saw this person who comes from authority, who has handovered so many projects, who has handled so many big projects in their city, doing this for people, for buyers, anybody, right, on a social media platform, they think that, this person is a giver.
Yes.
Right? Now that itself has built his brand, that, he is a genuine person. He believes in giving. He believes in,
imparting value.
Exactly. And that is what people want these days.
Correct.
So when builders do this, it definitely creates a difference. Right? Imagine a builder with zero LinkedIn presence, no display picture, no banner, nothing. And then there's a builder who has everything ready, who is, just on this journey to share his story, talk about all the projects, talk about the whole handover process. You can see the difference, and we all know, what will happen eventually.
Correct. So let's say, for example, when I talk about the home buyer, that's definitely the one aspect. And now when I talk about the other aspects, let's say to run such a big show, you need good team members, you need good employees. Do you think that this really helps them to attract the right talent?
Definitely. See, if somebody needs to work somewhere, they also need to know, okay, how is this company going? Who is the face of the company, right? Also, today's generation is also very much focused on, what is in for them. Of course, money is one thing, but they also want to learn a lot.
Yes.
They want to learn, they want to, idolize that person. Right? So if that person is there, they can see that person, then of course, the right kind of talent will also be attracted to that company. And if the talent is right, work will be good. Work is good, then of course we know what happens. Like, the whole process will be smooth.
So, Shashi, do you think that LinkedIn can help a developer to attract investors also?
100%.
Okay.
I mean, investors need to see who they're investing in, right? Not just the company, also the person.
Yes.
Not just the company, because again and again, I'll repeat myself. Company is there, but the person who's running the company today has become more important in the eyes of people,
Yes. Very important.
right? So if they see the social standing of that person is strong, they will put their money on him.
So वो जैसे कहते हैं ना कि bet आप घुड़सवार पे लगाते हो ना कि घोड़े पे. So that means what you are saying is that you people, the investors do invest on the developer first and then on the brand.
Yeah,
Is that what you mean?
exactly. People trust people first.
Correct.
And then the company comes second.
Correct.
So definitely if that developer has a strong hold on a social media, the investors would be more inclined towards him and they will trust him more.
Awesome. So till now, what we have learned is, if we summarize,
Yeah,
a developer has to have a LinkedIn presence.
definitely.
Point number one. Point number two, he has to overcome all his myths of he does not need to be there on the LinkedIn. He needs to overcome the fear of judgment.
Yeah,
Whether
very important.
whether the judgment is going to come from him, from his own side, or whether from the others.
Exactly.
And thirdly, he needs to share everything from smallest to smallest details, covering from his personal side, project side, and many other sides what you covered up.
Yeah,
Then we covered up very clearly that when he does all this, this really helps them to increase the trust of the home buyers.
right.
That's what you said, if I'm understanding it correctly. Because eventually people first buy people and then they buy the brand and then they buy the product. That's what you said. And so in this, following this whole sequence or following this whole analogy, this was the third learning which I took. And the fourth learning which I understood from you is that not just the home buyers trust, but eventually it helps the elevation of the trust from the side of the employees to attract better talent and at the same time attract better investors.
Right.
So if I sum up, is that what you mean in all these nutshell 4 points?
100%. They're only gaining things from all fronts.
Correct.
And again, I'll repeat myself, it will just take them few minutes of their month to gain and, to get better in every aspect.
So Srishti, when I talk about a developer, for a developer, there are 3 things which are very important. Calls, site visits, site bookings, and then referrals. So, isko fir se bol raha hu. So Srishti, for a developer, 4 things are very critical. Leads, not just junk leads, but qualified leads. So, isko fir se bol raha hu. Srishti, for a developer, 4 things are very critical, what I feel. First is the qualified leads. Second is the site visits. Third is the site booking. And fourth is the referral. Now tell me how LinkedIn personal branding strategy helps to boost all 4 of them.
Step number 1, imagine somebody keeps reading your content, right? Now, there are people who will not like your post. There are people who won't even comment. But one day you'll just find them in your DMs.
Yes.
Right? Or they'll just come to you and say that, you know what, I read your post in the month of August. It resonated with me. And I was trying to inquire about this project. Can we take this call? Or anything, right? So when people start reaching out in DMs, they are 100% qualified because they have been silently observing you over the months.
Silent observation is happening.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, nobody will just, reach out to a developer to waste their time.
Correct.
Right? They took their own sweet time thinking, analyzing, reflecting, and that is when they thought of reaching out to that person.
Correct.
Yeah. So silent observers are there and they are your real buyers. We don't even know that they exist, but they do.
So, and if I talk about site visits?
That also increases eventually, right? The more you post, the more visible you are, the more people get to know about your project. The more inquiries are raised, more site visits happen, right? So you won't even have to circulate your brochures here and there. I mean, the minute people just get a whiff of your company name, your name, they'll be there.
Correct. इसमें ना आप ये भी बोल सकते हो कि कोई भी व्यक्ति अगर कोई डिसीजन जाने का कहीं लेता है तो आप रेस्टोरेंट भी देते हो तो आप पहले उसके रिव्यूज देखते हो,
हाँ.
आप ये देखते हो इज इट ट्रस्टवर्दी, इज इट going ahead,
Yeah,
you know, is that place worthy
Yeah.
of investing my time?
When it comes to site visits, people are very cautious, right? They won't just go there to, walk around or, just ask random questions. They very meticulously, go through the profile. They only take that decision after trusting you. So if they're there, they're 100% there because they trust you now and they think that this is the right decision that they're taking.
And what about site bookings?
Now that a builder has their social media presence on LinkedIn, automatically people can see what they are doing on the LinkedIn account, right? They will be more inclined to do the site bookings also because people buy from people they know, like, and trust, right? So with all the content that the builder was pushing out and all the trust that he was building over the months, people have built that kind of connection with him already.
So what about referrals?
Let me give you the biggest growth hack for referrals. You put a post on your social media, your LinkedIn company page about a handover, right? You tag that person. Now, when that person will like that post, imagine they have 2,000, 5,000 or 10,000 followers. We don't know, right? But once they like it, they repost it, right? Their whole network will get to know about you. That इन्होंने इस buyer से खरीदा है. We know this person.
Correct.
So next time they go out to purchase a property, they will think about you.
Awesome.
Because someone in their network bought from you, right? So you are selling even without knowing that you're selling. You are in people's minds.
Correct.
Without even trying hard.
Awesome. So that means if I decode this, what you are saying is कि आप के किसी भी होम बायर ने लेट्स से अगर घर खरीदा या घर का हैंडओवर लिया, करेक्ट, तो आप उसके साथ एक फोटो लें, ठीक है, और वो जो फोटो आपने लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल क्लिक किया, उस फोटो को अपने प्रोजेक्ट के ब्रांड पेज पे उसको अपलोड करें और उसको टैग करें. इज दैट करेक्ट? और टैग करके जिसकी जो उस कंपनी का फाउंडर है वो उसको लाइक करे अपने पर्सनल पेज से. इज दैट व्हाट यू मीन? और जब वो उनको लाइक करे तो इवेंचुअली व्हाट यू आर सेइंग इज दैट इट इज गोइंग टू बी showcased to the entire followers of that particular buyer and the entire connections of that buyer.
Exactly.
Correct? Awesome. So
and
that means
people don't know about this. It's like people don't practice it. उनको लगता है कि हम क्यों डालें फोटो.
Correct. मतलब होम बायर ने ले लिया हैंडओवर हो गया क्या जरूरत है करने की.
Like they treat it like just another handover.
Yes.
But treat every handover with importance.
Wow.
Every handover is also, attracting maybe even 5,000 more people. उसमें से एक भी person अगर आपका buyer बन जाता है, just imagine the impact you are creating with that one post.
Awesome. And what I feel here is, Srishti, that correct me if I'm wrong, I feel that there is so much of care which you are representing
100%.
while you're doing this.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I mean, care is the number one thing that a buyer looks for when they go out in the market.
Yes.
अब वो एक ऐसे डेवलपर से खरीदेंगे जो who is so detached from the project, या एक ऐसे डेवलपर से खरीदेंगे who is standing with them at every step.
Yes.
Every step भी we can just eliminate. But जब handover की बात आती है, they personally go to them.
Correct.
They tell them everything and then they do the handover. Yes. Of course, you can see the difference that will be created by that. And जब हम वो social media पे डालेंगे, the amount of appreciation that the developer will also get, that's amazing. And people do not leverage it enough.
Awesome. And what I personally feel here is that it's always said that people buy on emotion and they justify on intellect. So Srishti, let's say a developer, when practices of putting all these pictures of handover or let's say buying a flat, how does it really triggers the emotion of the home buyer?
They can see that the developer cares for the buyers. They can see his involvement in the whole process. Now people buy on emotions, right? So they can see how attached that developer is, which automatically makes them also think of him first. Because he is thinking about his buyers.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. So it reminds me of the line that people buy on emotion and they justify on intellect. Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
So, Shrishti, what impact do you think that a developer's LinkedIn strong presence creates on the channel partners and brokers?
See, you are gaining their trust also,
Mhm.
right? Even the influencers need influencing, right? So
Correct.
when they go and, they see that, okay, this developer is appreciating us, yeah, this developer has a good influential following on LinkedIn or any social media platform, you will stay on the top of their minds,
Yes.
right?
For sure.
For sure. And when you do that, आपके उनके साथ भी relations अच्छे होंगे,
Mm-hmm.
right? All you have to do is maybe just appreciate them, right? उनके साथ एक post डाल देना. So you are in a way making a web of people who trust you in every aspect.
Awesome. That
Right?
web of people is really
Yeah,
attracting
yeah.
me.
So in every dimension, you're just reflecting trust, buyers,
Correct.
channel partners, everybody.
Correct. Srishi, what's the first step you would advise to a developer to start with?
First, check if you have a LinkedIn account.
Okay.
Because trust me, a lot of developers don't even think that they need a LinkedIn account.
Okay.
Okay? That's step number 1. Once you are done with that step, treat your LinkedIn account as a landing page, as a page that speaks on your behalf. Update your picture, the profile picture, the banner. Now, the banner is a complicated part. A lot of people just add a quote that they like, or they just share their picture in the banner. Now, that's not strategy, right? You don't have to put the banner for the sake of it. Now, you have to be very strategic. Let's say we are going to replace the banner of a developer. We will just write 5 lakh, homes delivered, and we can just name any credit chapter that they're a part of, or we can write about some projects that they have successfully delivered, right? Or a mantra that they live by, right? All these things, while reflecting their personality, will also talk about their achievements. And the minute the buyer lands on their profile, they will get to know everything about the developer in just a minute by just seeing the banner.
Yes.
Then the next step is the headline, right? The position of the developer, all the successful projects they have completed, they can talk about that. Then it's the about section. Now it's like a journey, right? They can talk about their story, when they started. Again, just mention some projects, number of homes successfully delivered, the project that they're currently working on, right? And then featured section, just add the website. Simple. I mean, just 4 steps. Profile picture, banner, headline, and featured section, and they are done.
So that means these are the first few things which a developer must keep into the mind while they start the LinkedIn journey. Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Awesome.
I mean, they have to religiously just update they have to just update their LinkedIn profile.
Okay.
Even if they think about starting their journey a month later or so, the profile needs to be there. Imagine somebody just Googles them and they are nowhere to be seen. Now that will look negative, right?
Awesome. So let's say profile optimization is the first part.
Exactly.
So what about the content? What are the important pillars of content according to you?
Content is the most crucial thing.
Okay.
And a lot of people overcomplicate it.
Okay.
It's very simple actually.
I think, yes, you're right, because if they won't complicate it, they would have done it.
Exactly.
They would have started the journey so far.
Exactly. Now they think that what should we put? Point number 1, everything is worth sharing. Because it is based on your reflection, your journey, and it's unique.
Correct. It's
because
unique.
It's coming
yes.
from you, it's unique.
True.
Right? And every unique experience is worth sharing. If we simplify this, there are few content pillars that every developer can follow. Content pillar 1 is the developer himself. Right? Now they think that why should I write about myself? It won't look boastful. You're only creating trust by writing a story. Right? You can talk about the project that is closest to your heart. Right? The project that was very difficult. It got very difficult at some point, but now you're very happy that it's finally completed.
Yes.
Right? Anything that makes people connect with you, anything that a lot of people do not know about. Right? Perhaps initial days of you as a real estate developer. What were the challenges that you faced?
Correct. What were the struggles?
Exactly. I mean, the more you talk about all those things, the more people will relate to you. Because even the buyer has gone through their own set of struggles in their careers, right?
Yes. So that means the relatability increases. That's what you mean.
Exactly. They should not see you at, they should not see you as some unapproachable person. You need to seem more approachable. And when you yourself become that pillar, that wall breaks,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
Then pillar number 2 is the project. So let's say you're working on 3 projects. Let's talk about them. Why are you, gatekeeping them? Because the more people will get to know, okay, this project has reached this stage. Or maybe you can even talk about the completion of a project that, we acquired this land and this is how we started. This was the first step we took. Anything. Maybe create a series out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That this is the stage 1, we have completed stage 1. These many properties have been delivered, etc., right? Third pillar could be networking. Now, networking is very, very important for real estate developers. They meet so many influential people. They attend so many events. Why not leverage them? Why not tag the people that they are meeting, right?
Oh, so you mean whenever any developer is meeting any influential person,
Yeah.
I'm certain that they also would definitely be having that LinkedIn account. So they must click a picture and tag them and probably tell them the impact what they left on them. This is what you mean?
Exactly.
Okay.
Let me give an example. I think recently there was this Creden AdCon event.
Yeah.
In Singapore.
Yeah.
And a lot of developers attended that. There were
Correct.
many influential people there.
Correct.
Like Rahul Dravid, R. Madhavan.
Yes.
These are the names that I can recall right now.
Yes.
Imagine you tag them.
Correct.
Right? By luck, even if one person, one of these celebrities or any influential people just like that post, their network will also get to know about that.
True.
Right?
True.
So the third pillar is networking. Write about all the networking that you have been doing, all the people that you have been meeting. If you are not meeting anyone, just write about your own experiences of site visits.
Yes.
That way, people will also see that you are not just a developer sitting in their office.
Yeah.
You are actually going to the ground, inspecting yourself.
Absolutely. And trust me, that boosts a lot of trust.
Actually, it does. You are meeting channel partners. You're meeting all the people involved in the process. I mean, people will trust you even more then.
Awesome.
There are 3 content pillars that the developer has to follow on LinkedIn. Pillar number 1 is making their own story a content pillar, storytelling, right? Share about their experiences, failures, success stories themselves. Pillar number 2 is the site visits, the projects that they have successfully delivered, all the projects that are in process right now. And pillar number 3 is networking. Write about all the people you're meeting, write about your site visits that you are doing, the channel partners that you are meeting. Talk about people, appreciate them, and that will eventually help you.
Awesome. So what I can really take away is that people connect with those people, those who are trustworthy, and those who are adding value in some or the other way. Correct?
Definitely.
Now, what you are saying is to capture all of them. That means a developer needs to take a lot of pictures. Correct? Which they are hesitant of. So those developers who are hesitant of doing that, clicking these selfies and clicking the pictures with those people whom they're networking with, what's your standpoint on that?
You don't have to click selfies also. You can just ask someone to just click a picture.
Okay.
See, think of your career as a documentary.
Wow.
You are documenting everything.
Wow. This is an expanded viewpoint.
Exactly.
I love that.
Right. So, in that way, you personally would be more motivated also.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, like you're documenting each and every pivot of, each and every probably the meeting or anything, whatever you're capturing each and everything. This is what you mean.
And then what will happen is that the people who are meeting you will also take that meeting also very seriously. Because they'll know that, okay, this will be documented. I might be featured, and then even my network will get to know about it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's definitely a very expanded viewpoint, I would say. And certainly it's going to help because there is a web of network which is going to get created for a developer also. And in that, he could attract a better team member, a better investor, a better broker, a better home buyer, a more trustworthy home buyer who trusts immediately. Correct?
Yeah, 100%.
Awesome. So what type of content eventually builds maximum amount of trust for a developer on LinkedIn?
See, the best kind of content is, I mean, that's also my personal favorite content pillar, it's storytelling, right? And also day-to-day reflections.
Okay.
Because see, your story won't be available on ChatGPT, right?
Oh yes. And
Right.
so would your experiences.
Exactly.
They won't be available.
Right. So you, let's say, you were delivering a house and a home buyer has some question. Now that question was unique to the home buyer. The answer is unique to you. You gave them the answer, and the next day you converted it into a LinkedIn post.
Wow, that's so simple.
Yeah, and that way you are helping so many home buyers, right?
Correct.
And this kind of content also gains a lot of traction because it is valuable, it is unique, is coming from experience.
Absolutely.
Right? So if I were to give you this answer in one sentence, storytelling backed with experience is the best content pillar that you can leverage upon on LinkedIn.
And somehow, Srishti, what I feel is that if a developer starts seeing the same thing, that obviously it does help him in context of branding, in context of the site visits, site bookings, referrals. That's what you mentioned, right? Attracting better brokers, better channel partners and investors. But if we see from the spiritual side, that a developer in a way somehow is helping a home buyer. So the word help is very close to my heart always. And that's the whole intention behind this whole channel, that we want to help the developer, right, to bridge this knowledge gap and grow fast in their career. What's your standpoint? What's your viewpoint on that?
See, the more you give, the more universe finds ways to, give it back to you.
Wow.
Right? So when people see that you're not gatekeeping all the knowledge that you have, all the experiences that you have accumulated over the years, I mean, of course, they will be more inclined towards you in making that decision. And the decision making will become 100%, faster.
And it'll be more...
it will come from within.
Yes.
They won't have to think twice.
Think twice, yes. It'll be very natural.
Exactly. You will be their number one choice.
Because in the end, you are actually becoming on the top of their consideration list. Your brand recall is increasing again and again when they're consuming you or your content in some or the other way, in some or the another format. Is that what you mean, right?
Yeah.
So should developers post about their construction updates, its qualities on their personal profile as well?
Developers have the biggest myth that they have handed over the company page to some marketing agency.
Yes.
And the marketing agency is creating all those, commercials for them, those images for them, Happy Diwali, Happy Holi, and that is enough.
Correct.
That's actually not enough.
Oh.
When the developer uses their own LinkedIn as the main platform, the impact is more. Yes. When they write about all the constructions that are happening, the site visits that they are doing, the people think that this person believes in taking charge on his own rather than delegating everything to other people.
So what you mean, what I can crystallize here is that instead of just giving an update, okay, phase 3, let's say 5 slabs done.
Yeah.
The picture is being shot, it is being posted on, let's say, on the social media, on the company's brand page, on LinkedIn, or the another social media handles on the LinkedIn. How he has to take this and how he should handle this situation?
Well, he can very honestly just give them the correct timeline. If even that also seems impossible to commit to, then he can give some sort of update to them.
Okay.
Instead of disappearing or, not like being visible anywhere. Right? So imagine if this delay is happening and the developer does not even have a LinkedIn account. What will the buyers think?
Yeah, he's unapproachable.
He's unapproachable. Like people will just immediately think that they took my money and, this person
Correct.
is nowhere to be found.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Now compare it to a situation where the developer takes full accountability of this delay, explains that these are the reasons because of which this delay is happening, and this is the estimated timeline and the date when the delivery might happen, and the buyer has clarity.
Correct.
right? So that
Correct.
clarity, it really helps in this process.
Should developers create educational content also for the buyers?
100%. Okay, so there are a lot of questions that new home buyers have about the
Yes.
loan process, EMIs, registration,
RERA.
RERA. I mean, if the developer himself takes this in his hands to simplify this whole journey for the buyers, right, through his knowledge, then again, he is himself creating another kind of brand in the market as a helper.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So anytime a new buyer will have questions, they will immediately open his LinkedIn account
Correct.
and they will have all the answers.
Correct.
And educational content actually builds a lot of authority also. Right? Now the people will think that, okay, he's a developer, but he's also a knowledgeable developer. He's not just any developer. He knows what he's doing.
Yes. He knows the stuff.
Exactly.
He knows his game, right?
Yeah.
He would definitely sound much more professional than any normal developer.
See, to be in the 1%, to be on the top in your game, you need to tell people that you are the best and you know what you're doing.
Correct. You need to be there.
Yeah, you need to be visible. You also need to show your knowledge. And if by sharing your knowledge, people are also gaining, then it's a win-win situation.
So, Srishti, can a developer use the same growth hack which you told a few minutes back of tagging the same customer?
Yeah.
And let's say if he advised any customer about RERA,
Yeah.
and he bought the flat, and then he can tag that, and in that form he can share the same educational content, and in the end his entire network gets to know.
Exactly. You know, there was this post that we reposted from a developer's account because that customer thanked that developer in the post.
Oh,
nice. You know, we came across this post जिसमें they simplified this point. And today, because that part was simplified, it became easier for us to take this decision.
Nice. Srishti, should a real estate sales professional also leverage the power of LinkedIn?
100%. It works the same for them also. If they have a LinkedIn account where they're showcasing all the projects that are associated to them and they're talking about them regularly, then again, they are also creating that same brand value in the same market, right? So if a real estate sales professional does not have a social standing as compared to a professional that has a social standing, is actively talking about all the projects, that again, he has more trust from people in the market.
Correct. So, you see, when I talk about the content, so should a developer just use static content, text-based content, or they can also use video-based content?
Both. It depends on the developer, their comfort level. Okay. So one good thing about LinkedIn is that it's still heavily text-based platform.
Okay.
Right? Videos definitely have more impact and more trust value. But if you are not comfortable with videos yet, you can just simply start with text-based content.
And then probably amalgamate that as well.
Exactly. So after a few months, when you see that you're getting good response from people, you also gain that kind of confidence. Then you can definitely start with videos also.
Srishti, what role do testimonials play on LinkedIn for developers?
They are your trust bank. I mean, testimonials work as a number one tool for people to trust you. Okay, content is there. You are posting regularly, people are trusting you. But when it also comes from other buyers, when they see real people talking about real experiences, they trust even more. Right? A lot of developers don't take it seriously. They don't collect reviews, they don't collect testimonials. They kind of get careless when it comes to these things. Right? But there's this particular section on LinkedIn where all these testimonials can be uploaded.
Oh.
It can actually work as a trust section on your social media platform, right? Where you can just add all the testimonials, and every time a person lands on your profile, they can just see all the great reviews that you have received from people. And again, that will help in the whole trust building process.
So, since you talked about the personal brand page and there's a company page as well, right? If you can differentiate both of them, what's their purpose, how they have to be used, it'll be great.
A lot of people have this misconception that since they have a company profile, they don't need to have their own personal LinkedIn page, right? So the purpose of the company page is to very simply say, just exist and show people all the updates that have been going on in the company, right?
Okay.
Now, when a person lands on a developer's profile, they see the developer's page first. So the real growth will happen there. It's easier to grow a developer's account as compared to the company page. Okay? And the whole purpose, the whole point of that company page or any company page is to show the existence of the company, all the updates. Trust is actually built through the developer's profile, right? So it just acts as a backup. It's not the main thing. The main thing is the developer's profile.
Okay.
And a lot of people actually do the opposite thing, which is wrong.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that means they give their company's page to a social media agency and then they presume that our LinkedIn is active.
Exactly. And that's a very wrong strategy. Right? So just maintain your page, gain good followers there, share stories. When people land on your profile, they will automatically go to the company page because, we will tag the company page also in the profile when we optimize it.
Okay.
Right? And it kind of works as a secondary platform for trust building. The primary platform is still your personal profile.
Got it. Srishti, if I ask you about community, this is something which is very important to build for a developer. Now, how does LinkedIn, how a developer can truly leverage LinkedIn to build a strong community of home buyers?
When you are present on a social media platform, you are not restricted to just one state or one city, right? आपका content कोई भी पढ़ सकता है. Anyone from maybe Calcutta or Mumbai, even if you're a developer in Delhi,
Correct.
right? They can read and they can, form that kind of connection. So if they have someone in that city, they can easily, recommend you.
Okay.
Also, there are so many credit chapters.
Correct.
आप different chapters के साथ associate हो सकते हो, right? आप different लोगों को जान सकते हो. And the more you post, people from different segments will also approach you. They will appreciate you, right? That we really liked your post. So usse you're forming a community. You're forming a backing community on your social media, which did not exist before because it did not have that LinkedIn presence before.
Correct. Should a developer truly discuss about the real estate trends also on LinkedIn?
See, anything in news can be discussed.
Okay.
Right? If something is emerging and if the developers think that this will benefit their audience, then why not?
Okay.
It will only show that the developer is aware of how the market is changing and how the buyers should also be updated about this market change. So it will benefit him.
Srishti, what is the ideal content posting a developer should go ahead with?
Okay, so this is a question that a lot of developers have. How often should we post?
Correct.
Because they also don't want to seem that available.
Yes.
Right? And they want to remain in a very sweet spot.
Yes.
We are active, but we're not also very active.
Okay.
So I would recommend twice or thrice a week, if not 4 times. Because see, on social media, the more you post, the more you grow. But I understand in the case of developers, it's a bit tricky, right? Even they can't be that active, right?
Yes.
So I think 2 or 3, I think 3 is the best number that we can aim for.
Okay.
Once a week, they can just write about their reflection, some event that happened, and a site visit. That's it. It's that simple.
It's simple.
Yeah. And imagine they don't even have a site visit coming in, or they did not meet anyone. They might have listened to a podcast. They might have read a book. Something, right? Something that stayed with them. Even if it's just a 2-line post, that is also okay.
And how should a developer eventually measure the success for what they're doing on LinkedIn?
See, there are 2 ways of measuring success on LinkedIn.
Okay.
The first way is very visible. Your followers increase, the engagement on your posts increase, right? The second way is actually more impactful, I feel. People approach you whenever they meet you. I read your post and it really helped me, or I read your post and that was very impactful. You're doing a very good job. Such compliments keep coming from people.
Yes.
And that is when you know that your words are not just restricted to the 1,000 people that you feel are in your connections.
Okay.
More and more people are knowing you than you think. More and more people are reading you.
Awesome. So, what is the realistic timeline a developer should keep in their mind when they start this LinkedIn journey to get a success on?
See, there are various stages of growth on LinkedIn,
Mhm.
and it does not happen overnight.
Yes.
You cannot share everything overnight, right? You can't even do it in a month,
Mm-hmm.
right? So 3 months, 6 months, it's like this is the comfortable spot where developers can think that, okay, now they have some sort of standing in the market,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even then, they should keep updating their audience something that is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say after 6 months, they want to slow down. They don't want to go that rigorous. They feel like, okay, I want to take some sort of break.
Mm.
And then perhaps I can restart this journey again.
Mm.
So they can just, share some updates
Mm-hmm.
instead of completely disappearing from the platform.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So to answer your question, I think 3 to 6 months is the ideal time that one requires to grow on LinkedIn.
Since now it's the time of AI, ChatGPT has evolved so much. Do you think that ChatGPT can actually do a job of a strategist instead of hiring a strategist?
See, you put a prompt, you will get answers. But a strategist will also see you and understand you the way ChatGPT can never. Right?
Okay.
So people think that even prompts can, help. If we tell ChatGPT our whole life journey, ChatGPT will tell us that, okay, this is how you should plan your content. You post at this time, you do that. But how is it that people are liking that post?
Mm-hmm.
Only a strategist can tell, because they can see the impact that the post is creating,
Mm-hmm.
offline and online both.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how many posts generated some DMs? Now, ChatGPT does not know what was that particular hook line that stayed with people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay.
So, since the strategist sits with you, they do calls with you, they spend more time with you, they listen to you,
Correct.
they know you better, they know the kind of words you use better.
Mm-hmm.
So, when people use ChatGPT and when people themselves do it or involve some people can definitely tell the difference.
Should that be used somewhere or not?
100%. They can put the scanner of the LinkedIn profile on the collaterals, brochures. They can add an About Us section on the website. They can put the link of the LinkedIn profile with the About Us section. So they just have to make that link very accessible to the buyers. Every time, they get some sort of brochure, they can easily just go to their LinkedIn profile and check everything that they need to know about the developer.
Awesome. So means what you're saying is first optimize it,
Right.
create some content, and then distribute that in the right way so that whosoever the buyer or the investor or the broker wants to know about the face of the brand, they can directly just access it without even any
Right.
second thought.
It's also sort of marketing, right? Like
Definitely.
without even paying extra, you are just putting the QR on all the collaterals and brochures that you have created for your buyers.
Correct.
And that way they are getting so much.
Yes.
उनको आपका पूरा LinkedIn account मिल गया जिसपे वो जाके easily they can read everything about you.
Correct.
Right?
So Shrishti, if I ask you, you must have scanned hundreds of top real estate developer who are leveraging the true power of LinkedIn globally, correct?
Right.
What have been your top 3 learnings from them?
Number 1, the more you share, the more you grow and the more people connect with you. So all the real estate developers who have been growing on Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere, they have been very vocal about their journey, right? So you need to show your audience your real side. Number 2, you have to be very consistent.
Okay.
Now you can't just appear on a social media platform for a month and then disappear. Then that will break the link. And whatever mission you had, it will be, incomplete in the middle.
Correct.
So you need to stay very consistent in that journey. And the third point is you have to be very true to your experiences and keep adding value. आपका mission ये होना चाहिए that every time a post goes out, some person is benefiting from it. Right? Every post is a learning for some person. उससे आपकी growth होती रहेगी throughout the year, throughout the time you are practicing the branding process. You will keep growing. So these are 3 things that in my experience always work for developers.
And what is the biggest LinkedIn mistake a developer must avoid?
Okay, so there are so many mistakes that developers do on LinkedIn. They sometimes even create a landing page. They have everything ready, but then they don't take the step of creating content.
Okay.
Right? They think itna enough hai and we don't need to do anything more. Right? So not giving importance to content. Point number 2, thinking that whatever is happening is not important or worth sharing. This is another, problem that developers face, that they think that it's not worth sharing. हमें नहीं डालने की जरूरत है, हम नहीं डालेंगे, but वो गलत है, आपको डालना चाहिए.
Correct. So see, what can you guarantee to a developer if a developer truly becomes visible on LinkedIn?
उनके एरिया में they will be the number 1 developer that people go to. This is a guarantee.
Okay.
Like let's say you're coming from Maharashtra, आपका एक project है, कुछ भी है, and you have this social media standing that no other developer from Maharashtra has. Right? Then LinkedIn will guarantee you that people will choose you over other developers.
Okay.
Now numbers are obviously there. There will be some viral posts here and there. There will be some follower growth. But more than that, the trust bank that LinkedIn will create is something guaranteed.
Okay.
So even when you think that okay, this post is static or या हमारे likes 100 से ऊपर नहीं बढ़ रहा है, there are thousands of people who will keep visiting your profile and who will keep reading your content, जिससे आपका trust build होता रहेगा. So in a nutshell, trust is something that will be built in this process. Right? You will become the face of that industry. You will become the face of at least that area. जहाँ आपका project है.
Beautiful. I think and that's going to be tremendously useful for him if that happens.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe his competitors are not doing that and he is doing that.
Correct.
So he will benefit from it.
So if you are a developer, hear out this loud very clearly that this is going to definitely benefit you a lot. What's your one-line advice for the developers who are starting their journey on LinkedIn?
Don't overthink and just start. It will benefit you.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Srishti. Thank you for your time. I am truly, truly excited that this masterclass of LinkedIn will certainly help the entire developer community. It is going to definitely help them to elevate their trust in the eyes of their prospects, their buyers, helping them to increase more inquiries, site visits, site bookings, and referrals for sure. And in fact, to attract more investors also. So thank you so much, Srishti, for taking out your time. It was truly wonderful. And thank you so much for watching this episode till the end. If you have not liked it, if you have not subscribed the channel, do subscribe and do like it. And do share, because this will certainly help a lot of your developer friends, a lot of your real estate sales professionals who have not started their journey yet on LinkedIn. And once again, thank you, Srishti. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Awesome.